On today's show, a pandemic promise made good to young hunters by a dad.
This is equally as important as sports, as school.
A spring turkey camp 1 year late. Tag along as these kids chase Minnesota memories.
Sugar.
Minnesota Bound, presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Hey everybody, Millie, hi there, and Laura, and I welcome you to Minnesota Bound.
Up first, we visit a special turkey camp that has been 2 years in the making.
Yeah, you know, COVID kind of shut down gun safety classes and delayed young hunters by about a year.
And Chad Gerlach made sure that COVID was not going to ruin memories in the making.
Nobody ever called these kids turkeys. Although they played the part
Do it.
quite well. On a school day happily missed, young hunters get educated
22 shells.
in all things outdoors.
Is it charged? Okay, I'm gonna shoot. Target practice or a competition. Okay, I'm gonna shoot. All right. 9 for 10.
This is equally as important as sports, as school, as a lot of other things.
Chad Gerlach cooked up this spring camp
That has to be cut.
along with his parents on their family farm, an idea born of a virus.
We are just west of Long Prairie, Minnesota, trying to find ourselves some turkeys during the first weekend of turkey hunting in Minnesota here.
See, COVID fears canceled gun safety camps. Lots of Minnesota kids missed a full year of hunting and fishing. Chad wants to help these kiddos get back on target.
For me, it goes back to when I was growing up. When you grow up in a place like this, it's just part of your nature. I want my kids to understand, you know, how lucky they are to have this in their family.
Chad allowed his son Jackson to invite buddies Brady and Bennett Sherck to camp and hunt on the farm. Ammo don't last long at this rate.
It's not always about the hunting, it's about sitting around hanging out with friends.
And in this case,
Pancakes.
the best breakfast before camp's big event.
Vanilla, cinnamon, or coconut milk.
A recipe so good,
It's best shaped pancakes.
the kids gobble it up.
What if you say cheese? That's a whole different story.
Oh, you do have cheese on your eggs. You know, from what the forecast was, it's absolutely perfect out here. Sunny, calm.
And a bird hunt straight ahead. What's your prediction?
I don't know. Turkey's gonna walk in front of Brady
They'll spend the day in the woods. They'll come out
later at night.
in the afternoon. After a bit of scouting and setup, turkeys will test the patience of kids,
I was hoping to see some feathers in here somewhere.
young and old.
We're having a hard time finding these turkeys.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Ice Castle Fish House and RV, Leech Lake Area Tourism, and by Coors Light.
With turkey camp set, it's time for the kids to gear up to make memories. COVID stole something from each of us, be it time, health, or memories.
I came around that corner and I saw birds.
The pandemic left this Minnesotan hoping to give something, really anything positive to people around him.
I feel like they're roosting in that row of pine trees on that road.
Chad Gerlach hoped he might share a gift, a seemingly simple gesture of a long weekend on the family farm.
Everybody's really lost a year, if not a little bit more now. It's a way to just kind of get away from everything.
Chad's son gets it.
It's just here, it's a bit more peaceful.
I've been so busy lately with many hockey teams and soccer. And so it's nice to just get off the schedule and be free.
Free to just be here, in the now.
This is my face mask. These are my gloves.
These kids gear up to hunker down
You excited?
Yes.
in the turkey woods.
Jackson, you can't see me. Nee, 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 nee.
Over the course of the last probably 10 years, turkeys have really started to populate this area, and it's been a lot of fun chasing them around. So we can go out there and then maybe have one down here.
Tonight,
Oh, well, this is good. Set up in here.
the boys hope to hunt 2 spots.
Okay, lay them all down.
So far this trip,
I'm a little perplexed.
the birds seem to have us beat.
Where are you looking, Brady?
See how
Up by the tree line?
We're having a hard time finding these turkeys, but there's turkeys around, and hopefully this afternoon one of the boys will have some luck.
Seems these 3 could care less.
Hey,
After all, kids will be kids. And guides will be grumpy when birds refuse to show.
I was hoping to see some feathers in here somewhere.
But you know, maybe this trip is not so much about the hunt,
Just a little cover, right?
but rather about making memories.
You blend in with that really good.
This evening, we find out if a wild turkey will help.
If they're gonna come across, they're gonna go either there or there.
Closed captioning provided by Star Bank.
Sitting still in the turkey woods can be tough for young hunters. That is, until a gobble echoes in the distance.
A spring turkey camp grown from a virus, a make-good promise to young hunters.
From a COVID perspective, it's just experiencing the outdoors and then passing it down to the next generation.
Chad Gerlach vowed once COVID calmed, he would open his family's farm to his son and friends. See, Jackson Gerlach and Brady Sherck spend lots of time together. Days at school and the ice rink. But rarely do they get time for this.
It's peaceful. It's quiet. And it's not all packed with houses. There's room.
Room to roam. Brady and little brother Bennett Sherck set up to hunt on a precarious knoll near the edge of a birdy-looking field. Chad and son Jackson set up over on the other side, right where we think the turkeys will eventually show.
Safe, young?
Yeah.
Nothing to do now but sit and test patience. At times, a tough task for the youngest of hunters.
You can't get up and move. You can't talk. You have to sit and not do anything but call the turkeys in.
It's quality time, even if there's not a lot of talking.
The only thing he ever says is, shh, sit down.
My bones get all cramped up from sitting in one spot for a long time. Sometimes it's frustrating when the turkeys don't come.
Seems seeing turkeys might be a bust. Sometimes it happens.
Brady.
Yes. Bird down, bird down.
A surprise, a sound, a moment so pure.
It's time to go over there.
Go, no,
Relax.
I can't relax. I felt the boom. I felt the boom from all the way over there.
Turns out the bird chose to walk in front of Brady.
It shook her blind. It's fat.
What a shot. Nice job.
Hold it up, Brady.
I am excited. Look at that. Bennett, can you help me? Turkey! Picture of the week.
Such joy for kids who waited so long and so patiently to try and make Minnesota memories.
That was pretty awesome. The kick was so big, like I didn't even realize that it hurt. I was just too excited.
Tonight, we celebrate life outdoors.
Milk and stew.
Thanks to the promise of a family that understands life outdoors is just that. A way of life and not the exception.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, you don't want to miss a day of it.
You're missing out on a whole other aspect of your life if you just don't prioritize this. Come up, get outside. I know they enjoy it. And hopefully, you know, when they get older, they'll just draw them back here too. The excitement's there, the seed's planted. Yeah, it's all good.
All right, if you'd like to learn more about our stories, visit the Minnesota Bound podcast, the stories behind the stories. You can find them wherever you get podcasts.
Straight ahead, we go back in time as another youngster chases her first bird. Maybe you know her.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Oreo Cookies and Ritz Crackers, Mountain Dew, and by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Okay, Millie, it is time to go way back in time to the weekend, Laura, you first chased turkeys.
Yes, it does seem like it was way back, Bill. I think it was around 1999, and it's a trip I'll remember forever.
A Father's Day gift in turkey season. Hunting wild turkeys in the company of your daughters.
See the turkey sign here?
Oh, yeah.
Scratching?
This is Simone. This is Laura. Simone, the oldest, was the first to try hunting a gobbler in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Now it was Laura's turn.
You hear anything?
She's an unabashed downtown girl who tolerates a turkey addict father. Laura's first afternoon was a lesson in Wild Turkey 101.
They like to roost in trees like this. And then this is facing the east.
Oh, it's the center.
They always like to wake up in the morning with the sun coming up so they can see the sun. Let's see if we can see any droppings underneath the trees.
We searched for fresh sign and called for birds that didn't answer. Once we took a seat in a very special place. Special to their dad.
You usually see a lot of deer down there.
Sharing such moments with my daughters, moments all turkey hunters experience,
There's a deer.
was just the beginning, I figured.
That's where he was gobbling earlier.
Where'd they go?
He's around.
Tomorrow, I thought, maybe Laura will discover when she was a little girl why her dad was gone from home so many spring mornings.
Coming out here at 4 o'clock in the morning and walking through the woods when it's dark out, you almost feel like you're a sniper in a way. But you walk through and almost, at first it was a little scary, and it had a calming sense to it after a while.
While we waited for dawn, I wondered if the feeling was father like daughter. After 30 years of April dawns in the Black Hills, there's no easy way to explain why it doesn't get old. Vistas of ponderosa pines are nice, but not that nice. No, the best answer is the bird itself. Seeing them, hearing them. It's never the same.
Well, we were sitting by the tree, and the wind was howling. It was cold and dark, and I was thinking, this is crazy. And then it kind of got calm, and the sun started to rise. There's a slight bit of light, you hear the turkeys calling back and forth. And then as soon as it got a little bit lighter and lighter, all of a sudden they started darting out of the tree, and exactly where you told me they were going to land, they did. It was almost as if they were on cue.
Boy, your heart is beating when you're doing that. I didn't. Your heart's beating so fast. This thing is heavy.
The best part about it, I think, is spending time with my dad and his utopia, which is the Black Hills of South Dakota. But it was fun. I would try it again. It's a challenge, I think, is really what I enjoyed most out of it.
Sunrise sure is pretty.
Welcome to turkey hunting, Laura.
Ah, so young, so much promise.
You know, my voice sounded a little bit like a chipmunk back then, I'm feeling like. But very special memories, of course, with my dad, and I still love to turkey hunt.
Absolutely. If you've never tried it, you need to.
Well, that about does it for us. We'll see you back here next week.
In the meantime, Millie, like we always say, don't forget to introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. To get more Minnesota Bound, including full episodes, go to mnbound.com. And to follow our latest adventures, like us on Facebook.